monitor the chats? Will you ask Bethany to do that? Oh, because that's a better camera. Yeah. Rather than like it's so it looks good. Okay. Am I unmuted? Can you guys engage? Okay. Welcome. Yeah, welcome. If we're unmuted. Yeah. Okay, we're going to start our event. We just, first of all, we want to. Oh, here, this is. Okay, so first of all, we want to say thank you to the District Coffee House for allowing us to be here tonight. Again. Yeah.
We're so sad that we're not all in person. It's way more fun, obviously, when we're gathering, but under the circumstances, we are back in the district with less people even.
Yeah.
It's like getting sadder.
I know, but as you know,
but the cause is still huge.
Right, it's true. And I was talking to someone about the fact that it's our $100, but together we're making a huge impact for these charities. And so we just want to say thank you so much for sticking with us, bringing in there. This is not the way it was supposed to be, but hopefully we'll be meeting in person very soon. Okay, so first slide, Gage. So I don't have my glasses. Can you read this? But this is who we are.
And we can't see what anyone's doing online.
They're all saying they can hear you.
We can hear you.
Yeah, they can hear. They can hear you.
Yeah, I gotta take my glasses. Okay. All right. So, okay, this is who we are. A little bit about us. We're women who are committed to increasing awareness of and raising funds for Treasure Valley charities that serve the needs of our community, and realize that collectively we have a more powerful impact than we do individually. And so that's why we are here.
Our goal?
Yeah.
Our goal is to support the wonderful work of Treasure Valley Charities. Our hope is to reach the causes with the greatest need and make an impactful, positive change by pooling our resources. Again, the collective donations is amazing, and it's doing amazing work in the charities that have won so far and the ones that are still to win. So thank you guys for sticking with us, like Kathy said. That's awesome.
Yeah. And we do, okay, and so we do this, it's you, it's us, all of us together, combining our contributions to amplify our impact on the community. So thank you guys. So this next slide, you'll see that up to this point, we've donated $53,000, over $53,000. And here are the 4 charities that we've impacted.
Very cool. And we are at 135 members currently. So that's awesome. And our next event, Wednesday, May 5th.
Yeah. So put that on your calendars now. Okay.
Where we can be outside.
Yes. Hopefully pray for great weather so we can be at a park somewhere.
Spread out.
Yeah.
Oh,
is Dina here?
Yes. She's over there. Yeah.
Oh, I thought that was Jill. Where's
Jill is in the.
Oh my gosh. Okay, sorry.
We have our 3
confused. Okay. So first we're going to hear from Dina McLaughlin, and she is with Wish Granters. They were our November award winner.
Yep.
All right, come on out.
And Dina's so sweet. She worked so hard for the Wish Granters. I just have to say a word really quick. I talked to her numerous times as we were trying to get all the money to Wish Granters, and oftentimes when she would click over, she was in the middle of delivering a wish, which is like so cool. Some of the things that she does. And so again, thank you for sitting with us and doing the $100, because you have no idea the impact, especially right now, that these organizations just rely, like they're just blessed and just feel so great and honored. And listening to you talk sometimes with the wishes that you're doing, I was like, oh my gosh, we're awesome. You guys are awesome. So anyway, here's our.
All right, like she said, my name is Dina McLaughlin, and I am the Director of Development and Programs. I will address, I do have a bit of a voice disorder, so if you can't hear me, let me know, or text or whatever, but 100 Women for Good, thank you so much. We are so grateful for you. I can't say enough. Thank you so much. 2020, what a year. What can we say? COVID-19 hit. All of our events were canceled. Our office building was torn down. We had to move from a 800 square foot to a 100 square foot. We had some employee transition issues, but you know what? November 4th, we got an amazing blessing, and that was all of you. And we can't thank you enough. So what I want to do now is take a peek at what we've done since November and what you guys have made up possible. And one of that is you guys are making wishes happen. Our first one that we were able to do was Brent's wish. And I was able to spend several days with this family. They have 10 children. And Brent lost his company because of COVID and also his illness. And his wish was to have a working refrigerator with food for his family. We were able to work with RC Lily and multiple people in the community, along with us, to donate food, stock the fridge. When I was with them on Sunday, I said, your fridge is going to be here tomorrow at 10. And we're going to have food, we're going to have supplies. The next day, our Lily truck pulled up, and I knocked on the door at 10 o'clock. And there was a pause, and his wife came running out, and she said, the moment you knocked, he passed. So, sorry. So, he knew that his family was taken care of. We were also able to nominate them. KTSY did a contest, and it was, you could nominate people for a home renovation. So we were able to nominate them, and they won. So not only they have a working fridge, they have a new house, and we were able to find them a couch and love seat, and so it was truly a blessing, and it's all thanks to 100 Women for Good. Our next wish was David, and unfortunately he passed before this took place, but him and his partner were living in an RV, and anytime they would use the stove or his hair dry or their refrigerator would go out. So his wish was to have a new refrigerator and also, I think it's called an inverter, so that they could use multiple appliances. So that was a pretty amazing wish too. Thanks to all of you. Then we have Amanda, a 31-year-old with a 3-year-old and a 5-year-old. And she, we talked several times about her wish, and she said, you know what? I just want a wish bag that's filled with activities and supplies that my husband can use when I'm not around, when I pass, that activities like we were able to get a Wahoo's gift card, Albertson's gift card, restaurants that the kids like to go to, things like that. And then I also did a each bag for each child, and it had a gift card. Their favorite store is Target. Was able to get, toys and Target and things like that. So that was a pretty amazing wish too. And then in December, we delivered 16 Christmas bags to local wish recipients that just needed that little extra boost over the holidays. And each of those bags, we had Albertsons gift cards, we had Smoky Mountain Pizza gift cards, Dutch Brothers gift cards, and then just a bunch of Christmas treats. So thanks to all of you, that was possible. 2020 is my thing. Let's do this. We're a team, we take action, and we are focused. Due to COVID-19, we have to think outside the box. We have to create new programs such as the Wish Bags. And due to the pandemic, we had to cancel our travel wishes. But instead of a travel wish, we provided them with a wish bag that gave them the means to be able to plan their trip and fulfill their wish. We also created this, what's called a blessing bag. We, thanks to Common Idaho, we were able to personalize blessing bags to women living in the Treasure Valley with metastatic breast cancer. And I would call each of them, find out their favorite color, their favorite store, and everything. And so each bag was personalized for that, for the lady that is living with metastatic breast cancer. 100 Women for Good has given wish granters the opportunity to update their office, such as a working printer, just making us able to be more efficient. We have created new programs. We're expanding to Gem County and then Fayette, and we're hoping that we will be able to expand at some point to Idaho. With the generosity of 100 Women for Good, we will continue to help to expand Japanese and other regions. Like I said, our ultimate goal is to be all of Idaho. 100 Women for Good have helped us with resources to reach out to radio stations, to plan media and interviews. We were on the PSU. We did an interview with, on PSU radio, and our biggest goal is to partner with other organizations and businesses so that we can grow and expand. And Women for Good has blessed us more than you will all ever know. My saying is everyone deserves a lifetime. Unfortunately, not everybody gets that lifetime. So Wish Granters gives 110% to each of our wish recipients to make sure that their wish is what they have dreamt of. Not only for them, but for those left behind. We're granting wishes, giving hope, and creating memories. 100 Women for Good, we cannot thank you enough. And there's two sayings that I love. You must be the change you wish to see in the world. Life is a boomerang. What you give is what you get. Stay safe, stay healthy, and let's have a successful 2021. Please follow us on our social media. And we're all fingers crossed that we can have events this year. But with that being said, you guys are amazing. I am proud to be a part of 100 Women for Good. And I just want to say thank you.
I tell you what was touching for me, was, I mean, I thought it was, that you bought a working printer. I mean, that's such a basic thing, but it's so important in today's world. And it's like, you guys, this is what you're helping to do, so thank you. All right,
So we're gonna get a quick picture. They're all sitting on this side.
You got it? Yeah. Face me over this.
Stephanie's doing it.
oh, should we get this chair out of the way?
No. Totally.
Wait, I don't wanna be in the front.
Well, get
because-
behind her.
Like-
There we go. Perfect. 1, 2, 3. Kathy, take your mask down.
Oh, is everybody there?
There you go. 1, 2, 3. Good job.
Thank you.
And I want to say one other thing. I have a personal friend that I'm doing wish for. And because of you guys, it's helped me. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay, so now we move on to the reason you guys are all here, and Bethany and Jessica will take it from here. Okay, really quick, one of the things I wanted to remind you guys of, if you know of a friend that is in 100 Women for Good and you don't see them on the Zoom call right now, send them a text. I know a few of my friends got a text from me a few minutes ago. Just to remind them to tune in if they can. It's just kind of fun to get to vote, and the more votes, the better. And just wanted to revisit that that you have to be a member in good standing to be able to vote. And what that means is that sometime within the last 3 months, preferably earlier than yesterday, you sent in your payment from last meeting's winner. And you can technically miss 2 and we'll still give you a chance. Oh, well, sorry. So you can't miss any. Just don't miss any. No, okay, so Kathy's whispering things in my ear. But we're wanting to keep our group growing, but it is a hardship on the group if you continue to not pay to the winner. And we're continuing to put a lot of time and effort into trying to make sure that we have the full commitment. So right now we have 136. 100 and, oh, I'm sorry. I'm trying to go between too many papers. We have 135 members in good standing. And so we're looking forward to that turning into $13,500 for the winner tonight. Okay? We're going to believe that we're going to get all of it. Okay, so one of the ways that we worked on promoting last time was there is a website called The Grapevine, and it is designed for groups like ours to be able to sign up and give an amount, like it's almost like you subscribe and you give your amount to the winner. You just basically log in and it does all the work for you. And it will literally automatically deduct it for you based on each winner, each quarter. It's truly that simple. So the more people that use that, the less Amy and Kathy are having to chase you down for your money. So if you could sign up for that, the link to that is in the email that you received last night. It's in pretty much every email. And so if you have any questions, feel free to reach out. Go ahead and reach out by chat on the Zoom call right now if you're confused. But we would like to see the majority of our members using that if possible. Otherwise, the other ways to give tonight are going to be mailing a check directly to the charity with 100 Women for Good in the memo, or by going online to their specific website and giving through that way. Just make sure that somewhere it's noted that it's through 100 Women for Good. Okay. Is that all for my part for now? And just to clarify, like, once we're meeting in person, we'll just be collecting checks.
Once we're meeting in person, we can go back to collecting checks at the meeting, if that's easiest for you.
But as it is now, this is probably the easiest way through grapevine.
All right, so yesterday, Kathy and Amy and I got together and we did the drawing. So we're fast forwarding through all of that to tonight. So our winners for the charity drawing were the Assistance League of Boise, the Idaho Suicide Prevention Hotline, and Young Life of Boise. So first, we have Wendy up, correct? All right, Wendy with the Idaho Suicide Prevention Hotline is going to come up and let us know a little bit about that organization.
Right. First, I just want to take a minute and say thank you to Jessica and Amy and Kathy and everyone who put this together. I have so enjoyed getting to know all of the organizations, from Young Life to the WCA to the EO Starling Project to the Red Side Foundation. It's been amazing to get to know these groups, and I'm honored to be here. I'm so thrilled to be part of this group as an individual, let alone an organization. So with that, on to the hotline. So my name is Wendy, and I work at the hotline, and I'm also a phone room responder. So I also answer calls. As you can imagine, it has been pretty intense this year at the hotline. And when I tell people I work at the hotline, the first thing most people say is, oh, I could never do that. That must be so sad. That must be so tough. And it is sometimes, but a lot of times it's not. You see, what we're doing is suicide and crisis intervention. We're doing prevention. So just as an idea, the other night I got this call. It was a 13-year-old girl, and she had a counselor, and she was having suicidal thoughts. Not a lot, but they were coming up. And the counselor said, you should call the hotline before you're suicidal and just kind of feel it out. You don't have to be 18, you can call it anytime, day or night, 24 hours, and just see what it's like before you're in crisis. So this young girl called, and I answered the call, and she was really nervous and her voice was shaking, but we made it through the call and it was great. And about halfway through, she laughed. And I was like, why are we laughing? And she said, well, I was really nervous. So I actually had 3 of my friends on this call with me. They're muted, but they're texting me and asking me questions to ask you for them. Can I unmute them? And I said, sure, why not? So I had 4 13 to 14-year-olds on the call with me, all talking over each other. You can imagine it kind of spun out of control. But the good news is, by the end of that conversation, all of them were comfortable calling the hotline. They were all comfortable reaching out for help. It wasn't scary anymore. That's what the hotline does. That's so much what we do. And if that sounds interesting to you, we're always looking for volunteers. So something I want you to know about the hotline. When we started in 2012, that first year, we had 999 calls that first year. Last year, we ended up with over 15,000 calls, texts, and chats. We want you to know you do not need to be suicidal to call the hotline. We're much more of a crisis line. We actually want you to call upstream, right? We want you to call just when you're having a rough day. We want you to call when you're worried about somebody else. We want you to call for resources. We have a number of people who call and immediately apologize and say, I don't know if this is the right place to call. It's always the right place to call. We also want you to know that this is a lifetime issue. Our youngest caller is 8. Our oldest caller is 93. And so suicide and mental health issues doesn't have an age. So we're open to everybody. So let's see, okay, and most people think that we're funded by the state. We're not. We do get about 30% of our budget from the state. Everything else is raised by donations, and it's raised by fundraisers and events, which of course were all canceled last year. And that's been tough to try to make up the difference in that budget. But for us, the biggest thing that's coming is, many of you might not know this, but just like there's a 911 number, there's gonna be a 988. So when you get in a car wreck, you can call 911. If you or somebody you know is having a mental health crisis, you're gonna be able to call 988. That's a federal law. It was passed federally, like every state's gonna have it. It's gonna go live June 2022. That's great. We're thrilled. It's going to significantly increase what we do. Like we had in less than a year, we have got to scale up. We're a little nervous about that. And I tell you what, $10,000 or more would take the stress off staff, and it would really be helpful to us, helping others. And not everyone wants to be a phone room responder. If you do, talk to me or go on our website. But everybody can help. And a donation tonight would be something that would be able to help us. Thank you.
Okay, so is there any questions for Wendy real quick? Any questions? We have a phone question. I think she mentioned the money would go to helping everyone be available for all those who are calling in.
You need to get closer.
Oh, I need to get closer. Okay, was there another question? Okay.
Okay, so I'm getting a couple questions in the chat, and I just wanted to clarify about Grapevine. You are charged as a user the $3 fee, but that doesn't take away any money from our winner. So it's just basically you're paying an extra $3, $103 for the convenience of it doing the work for you. The month of our event, so this is February, it's February 2nd, it happens to be, is it always on the 2nd? No, okay, so but every month that we have an event, so February, May, August, and November, the 2nd of each of those months, you will get a deduction from your account automatically that says Grapevine has collected your money. And that might be confusing when you're like, well, we haven't even voted. Well, once the money comes in, then we get to go in and designate each of those payments to our winner. We tell Grapevine who won, and they send it directly. Does that make sense? As a group, all as a collective group. Yeah, so Grapevine does it all in one big pool for us, which is awesome. Continue to send in your questions with chat, but in the meantime.
Any questions for Wendy?
Any questions for Wendy about the suicide prevention hotline?
I guess, where would the money go? Is it for the setup of the?
Yeah, I think it's gonna go, I mean, if we were lucky enough to get it, it would go towards helping us deal with 988, prepare for 988.
Okay.
Okay, so the question was, where would the money go if they win? What would it be used for directly? And her response was it would go directly to getting prepared and ready for the setup of this new number 988 that's coming out in a year and a half. And this is Jill with Assistance League of Voices coming up for our next one.
Good evening. My name is Jill Lee. I'm very grateful to be here on behalf of 100 Women, and I am a new member. This is going to be my second quarter, and I am so stoked on this group, I can hardly stand it. Anyway, I am representing Assistance League, which has been in Boise since 1976. Its mission is 100% volunteers, and I repeat, 100% volunteers transforming the lives of children and adults through community programs. We began small and we've grown to an organization of 340 plus or minus active members. Like all organizations, COVID has taken its toll because many of our volunteers are in the at-risk age group. We have 9 philanthropies, but I will only address a few of them tonight. The most important being Operation School Bell, where this year our goal is to clothe 3,700 Ada County elementary age children with brand new clothes purchased from our thrift shop, and they're all brand new. The thrift shop is located on Glenwood across from the fire station near the Hawk Stadium. In a normal year, the kids that are selected by the school counselor arrive by bus to our store where they can select a new parka, a hat, gloves, a book, 6 pair of underwear, 6 pair of socks, 2 t-shirts, a sweatshirt, 2 pair of jeans, a pair of shoes, and a hygiene kit, which includes a comb, a brush, toothpaste, toothbrush, hairbrush, shampoo, soap, and for the older kids, deodorant, all brand new. Personally, I've seen it all and heard it all while helping with the children. Many don't have underwear. One was thrilled to have her very own toothbrush. But their hearts, and on many, there are bruises that are very visible, and a lot of them aren't very clean. But their hearts soar when they can select their very own new clothes. Huge smiles and giant hugs around your legs are a wonderful reward for what we can provide. With so many refugees arriving with nothing other than what they can carry, new clothes generate enormous gratitude. Often the same children come year after year. Operation School Supplies have provided 15,000 students with their supplies this year. Our mantra is that no child should go to school without the necessary school supplies. We have teen retail, which gives teenagers and homeless children $150 budget to shop at Penny's. We have hearing aids for those who need financial help, as well as providing scholarships for hearing impaired students. Baby Bundles provides a newborn kit for mothers in need. We supply wigs for people undergoing chemotherapy, treatment, or other hair issues. Funding is provided by grants, donations from the community, and proceeds from the thrift shop. Like everyone else, COVID has decimated the reserves. The shop has been reduced to being open limited hours, 4 days a week. We simply don't have the manpower in income from both our thrift shop sales as well as the grants and donations. That didn't make sense, but you get the gist. This could, the funding from If We Win could reduce. Okay, let's start again. This could reduce funding for Operation School Bell, resulting in fewer children served. And in spite of the challenges of the pandemic.
Real quick, can you speak into the microphone a little more?
Sure.
Okay.
In spite of the pandemic, Assistance League has remained committed to maintaining our philanthropies in the community. So the money that we would win, if we win, would go to continuing Operation School Bell and being able to provide for these kids in the community. Thank you very much. I know everyone is worthy, and if selected, we'll continue to do what we do best. I appreciate it.
No question.
Any questions?
No.
Melissa? Okay, thank you.
So now the Wi-Fi connection is a little weak, and so he says our audio is sketchy.
Okay,
Yeah. it's
so
like-
Young Life, Alyssa is up next.
Is everybody saying that? Do you want me to raise it? Because you're so.
I'm tall.
Yes, you are.
I think so. Is that good? I will do my best to speak slowly
Yes.
and clearly, because I know our connection is really bad. As they said, my name is Alyssa Lauer, and I am representing Boise Young Life.
If you are not familiar with Boise Young Life, it has been here for 50 years. It was established over 50 years ago. I have personally been involved with Young Life here and in Texas for over 25 years. It's a ministry and outreach that is super dear to my heart for lots of reasons. And the main mission of Young Life is to go where kids are. And that is mainly focused on high school and junior high kids, middle school age kids. We do everything from going to football games, supporting kids in whatever endeavors they might be involved in. It might be band or orchestra or drama, whatever it is, you will find Young Life leaders there. Young Life leaders are volunteer. They do it because they care about kids and they want to be where they are. Investing in their lives, knowing it is such a vital time in a person's life. I know if you can think back to when you were in high school, when you were in middle school, how maybe you didn't have this, but if you did have an adult in your life other than a family member, how important that can be to have just someone you can trust, someone that cares about you, someone that you can talk to things about that you maybe could not talk to your parents about. I've been able to do so many cool things as a Young Life leader. I no longer lead, but when I did, I was able to just be there with kids through things like teen pregnancy and losing a parent and, the life challenges of high school, drama with relationships, like all of the things that are really big and real to them. Some of them are bigger and realer than we ever had to handle in high school, but we get to be with them. Let's see, what else do I want to say? So we serve teens in Boise. We also serve teen moms. We have a special needs ministry. Like I said, middle school and high school ministries. We have one area director. His name's Matt Romberg. It's an amazing man if you do not know him, and Mel, his wife. And then we have an admin staff and a student staff. So that is the only paid staff. Everyone else is volunteer. We are in all the high schools in Boise. We also have several middle school clubs around town. And so those are all volunteer led. So all the people that do that are volunteers. People behind the scenes, they're committee members that help for funding, organizing, fundraising, all of those kinds of things. So there's adults and all kinds of different roles of people that are volunteering to help support this outreach to high school kids. Let's see, what else do I want to say? So I served as a Young Life leader for 12 years. Right now I do a lot of more just like little things like this or helping with the fundraising banquet, which, like we've said, none of those events happened this year. And the funds that we would raise tonight would be for camp scholarships, which if you are not familiar with Young Life, camp is like one of the biggest things that they do for kids is they get kids out of their environments and they take them away to a magical place. I have been to the camp several times as a leader and it is life-changing for so many kids. I'm emotional about this last time too. Just camp, we take their phones, we get them out of the mess of this life that they might be living, and we give them an opportunity to just know God's love, to know the love of caring adults, and it can make such an impact and be so life-changing for them. And so that's what the money would go to. It would be a camp scholarship fund. We took 200 kids to camp in 2019. We didn't get to go to camp this last year because of COVID, but who knows what's going to happen in 2021, but we do hope that those kids will get to go to camp. If not, that money will be sitting there waiting to take those kids to camp and give them a life-changing experience. So if you get to Young Life, that is where your money will go, and we'll be so grateful. Thank you.
Did they have camp last summer? No.
They did not have camp
You
last
just
year.
said, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, you guys got that, right?
Yeah.
Amy just keeps wanting to come up in front of the mic. Okay, so now we
have, the first one was the Suicide Prevention Hotline. The second one was the Assistance League. And the third one was Young Life Boise. So we are going to do our 3 practice questions. If you're new to this, what it is we're making sure everybody is logged in, has the voting links up on their phone, on the Zoom, and you can see everything. And so we practice with 3 funny questions, just because to lighten things up, because everything's so serious with COVID ruining
There's
our
a
lives.
question on the chat.
Okay, but we're gonna do the practice questions and then we'll do the actual voting. Okay. I don't know the answer to that question. We'll have to get back to you on that one. Okay. Can you see it on your phone? Okay, well, let me work on getting the practice questions up here first, and maybe Alyssa can pull it up. Okay. Where, so Gage, should we just go to our screen?
Yes.
It's on your screen.
And it's going, okay, so your first question. If you could make one of these body parts detachable, not like forever, but just ability to detach, without any negative effects, which one would it be? My nose, my mouth, my ears? And then you just click on one, and hit submit. Or any other body part that you would like to detach. I have a few in mind right now, but you gotta pick one of those 3.
Not your uterus.
Okay.
Gage, will you tell them how many are on? I think there's only 30 something. There's 36.
There are 36 participants on tonight. So those will be the ones voting. If you don't attend on the Zoom call, there's no way to vote. And that will be also the case when we get back in person, is you attend the meeting to be able to vote. If you aren't in attendance and you aren't able to vote, you still are committing to sending your $100 to whichever winner is the winner. If that doesn't work out for you, then yeah, this is
Do we have the
another
answer?
thing
You
for
want
you.
to do the answer to that one now?
Yeah, let's try.
Okay, let's see who won. Mouth, nose, ears.
It's not returning the results.
Here we go.
Oh, there it is.
My ears, 57%.
Oh, that's so funny.
Sorry, because it's an election
Okay,
year.
so now we hit close, right? Or will it just come up? Oh, it just came.
Okay, now Gage will put up our next question. What song would be the theme song of your life right now? When there's so many options. Staying alive. I don't, Daydream Believer. Don't say it. Everybody hurts their ears because I just say, I will survive. You read that one? Stronger. What doesn't kill you makes you stronger. I am still standing. So what song would be the theme song of your life right now?
How many have voted? As soon as you have everybody. Oh, it's not?
Oh, it doesn't sound
At the end, it says the number.
It usually tells me, but it's not telling
Okay.
me for some reason. Give it a couple.
Maybe it'll tell you this.
Probably.
Yes, including me and mine too. So.
I know.
Another 30 seconds.
Yeah.
No, I don't know.
I should just do this too. This would be fun. Screenshot. Okay, so that's probably good.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, stronger.
Yeah,
Yep,
that's right.
that's what I voted for. All right,
Okay,
last question. Ready, Gage?
last practice question.
Okay. Statistically, a woman who purchases flowers on
Slow
Valentine's Day is most likely buying them for her children, her significant other, herself, her mother.
That's a good question. I wonder how many of them have bought flowers from the kids. I thought you guys should read that after the answers come up, yeah.
Though this study is old, Kathy.
That's the latest
It
one.
says- I mean, we have the actual answer, but the study's from 2004, which at first glance, you're like, oh, that wasn't so long ago. It was.
People don't change. They don't change that much.
People don't change.
How many?
Where are we at,
answered-
Gage?
Yeah, how many answered the last one? Was it everybody?
It's not telling me.
Oh,
All right,
okay, well, we're
Well,
just gonna,
let's see.
we'll set the timer for like 2 minutes, I guess, and then we'll hope everybody answers.
Ooh, her mother. That's so sweet, but it's not the truth. She's actually going to buy them for herself. 27% said that they would buy flowers for themselves. Then their mother was 23%, significant other 18%, daughter or friend 8 and 7%. So since 2004, things have changed.
Maybe not. Maybe
I don't
not.
know. Okay, so now we're going to move into our real life, like this is for all the bananas.
Tune in. So if
Okay,
you're not tuned in, get back to the computer.
so Gage, we are, you guys, we have Gage here. We could not do this without Gage.
Oh,
Gage
yeah.
is the only person in here that's under 30 who knows how to run an internet. So thank you, Gage.
Knows how to
It's 100 women for good, plus Gage.
Oh
One
my
man.
gosh, okay. Oh, this is so hard. There's so many good ones.
All right, I am going to get on my soapbox for just a second while we're waiting, while everybody's voting, and emphasize why this is so important. We heard from so many people that the charities are not able to do their regular fundraising. I understand this is not a great time for any of us. A lot of us are struggling financially. A lot of us are struggling socially. We really do desire to get together with you ladies, to get together 4 times a year with like-minded women who really just want to make a difference for the community is so encouraging. We need to persevere because at some point, we're going to get together again. Like my mouth, God's ears, right? At some point, we're getting together again. But please, please, please persevere. Please be sharing with other people to join our group. We have had probably about 20 women have to bow out, and we totally understand that. But if you know anybody who may be in a financially secure spot where they could be donating $100 every quarter, that'd be so great. So please reach out to friends, share 100 Women for Good. We're still around. We still need new members, and we are so hopeful to spend some good in Maya with you guys. So, where are we at?
Another question. Wait, there was one more question. Or was that Rachel? Good idea?
Okay, so the question was, can you share how Young Life stands on the LGBTQ community? Alyssa does not work directly for Young Life, and so she's not going to represent their stance. We don't know personally. It should be on their website. Crystal asked, not sure why we wouldn't ask that of all the charities if it needs to be asked.
That's a good point.
And as of right now, that's not really part of our program, is to dissect the organizations on all of their stances.
Oh.
They were drawn last night. They could look it up on their website.
Tell them that all those charities that are nominated are linked on our website so they can go do the research.
Okay, so this is a great point. So this is coming up in a moment, but all of the charities that are currently on the list of being nominated are always on a running list on the website. And they have the links to their websites.
So you could go through, I think there's like 11 or something of them. You can go through and do your research before the next meeting if you'd like, just to kind of give a stance on like how you're voting, if that would sway your vote, okay?
All right, and then someone also asked if we could send a letter to forward to friends. Honestly, in this day and age, like, we can share the website, right? Like, you can go to the website, you can send a link to share with someone. But you know what is so great? A phone call to your friend who probably hasn't heard from you in so long anyways. So just pick up the phone. I know we're used to texting, but we're gonna use that little, like, looks like a sideways banana. And you push in some numbers and you hit that button and there's a live person on the other side. So do that. Call a friend and tell them about how great 100 Women for Good is. And maybe you guys can have a margarita and chips and salsa in May. I don't know.
Should we close the poll? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, we're about to close the poll.
We're about to close the poll. This is your last chance to vote if you haven't already.
Well, that's fine.
Okay, item
All
suicide
right.
prevention hotline is our winner.
We're dancing. We're dancing. Okay.
Wendy's gonna come up and give a couple words really quick. While she's coming up here, I want you guys to be looking at your screen. Gage will be putting up a slide that shares the ways that you can submit your payment. I highly suggest doing Grapevine for now while it's the easiest. And then otherwise you can go directly to their website or send in a check. Okay.
Quick little,
Okay.
because we want to just,
So, thank you, everyone. Again, I love all the organizations that are here. We're all in this together. Thank you so much. I can't wait to talk to you again while we're having margaritas and eating chips outside all together and to tell you what we're gonna do with this. So,
all right, thank you.
so much. So this concludes our evening. We'll be sending out an email this evening that'll have the 3 ways you can donate. Grapevine, online directly at Idaho Suicide Prevention Hotline's website, and mail. You can also send a check through snail mail. So I'll have that in the email tonight. So share it. If your friend wasn't online, remind them to send in their payment. Thank you.
Thank you, guys. Have a wonderful evening.
I'm gonna get really good at it. You're gonna get so good at it. I'll be like, "Hey, third time's the charm."
I know exactly. She did get a t-shirt.
Yeah, that was.
I'm really praying that like we can be at municipal.
We can do my best.
Oh, I love this place. It is, well, what's so
We can
nice
still do
is
my
that.
backyard.
Yeah, well, that's true. Although municipal, is good because then. The nice thing about this and Trailhead is that we have